Hello and welcome to the sixth video lecture of Marketing Research, Semester 5, Module 1. In today's topic, we are going to discuss classification of research. So in our previous lectures, we have discussed classification of research based upon purpose of research or purpose of doing research. We have also discussed classification based upon the uses of research. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss about classification of research based upon the time dimension in the research. So students, based upon this type of classification, we can divide them or classify research into two categories. The first one is the cross-sectional research and the second one is the longitudinal research. Both these types of research are classified based upon how you treat time. So we shall see one by one how to go about or what are these researches. So based upon time dimensions of research, if we want to classify the research, we can, as we have already seen, it can be classified into either the study can be a cross-sectional study or the study can be a longitudinal research. It depends upon how you treat time. See, some studies give a snapshot of a single fixed time. It is in detail, and some studies provide a more picture or a moving picture that lets us follow events, people, or sale of products over a period of time. It is much like using a camera where you take a snapshot or a picture, a photo of a particular moment. The data that the photo gives is only of that moment, whereas if you record that in a video format, it gives you the data of the entire time during which the data recording was done. Similarly, in cross-sectional research, the researcher generally collects and analyzes the data at a single specific point of time. So only at that point of time, what is the data that he collects and analyzes and uses for his research. It is the simplest and least costly of both the researches, and hence it is widely used. It cannot capture, the disadvantage is it cannot capture the change processes. So if certain things are changing over a period of time, it cannot capture that because it just gives you a snapshot of what is happening at that moment or that particular moment. Cross-sectional research can be exploratory, descriptive, or explanatory. It can be anything of this, but it is most consistent with descriptive approach to research. See, many times what happens is you may have a description of a certain thing, but you want to understand why certain things are happening. At that time, you do an explanatory research or a causal research. Similarly, if you want to do this at a particular point of a time, that is a specific point of a time, or you want to do it over a period, you want to conduct your study over a period of time. So this, when you are deciding, this is the basis of whether doing a cross-sectional research or a longitudinal research. The data collected and analyzed in a cross-sectional research can have an analogy with the image or a photograph that you are seeing. And what is the data that the photograph gives you? It gives you the data that of a particular specific moment only, not over a period of time. It gives you only about that specific period. Hence, this type of study or data that is collected and analyzed by the researcher is known as cross-sectional research. On the other hand, the second type of research is longitudinal research. So longitudinal research is done over a period of time. What happens in longitudinal research is the researcher examines features of people or other units at more than one specific moment. So when he does this kind of data collection and research over more than one period specific moment, it becomes the data over a period of time. It is usually more complex and costlier than cross-sectional research because you are doing more number of cross-sectional researches in this, because you are collecting data at different points of a time. So this type of data has an analogy with a video that you are analyzing. It is more like the video. When you are seeing, you will get data from uh, certain moments, that is from one specific time to the other specific time. All the changes that have happened through it, you can very easily understand. The longitudinal research, if you see, is more powerful, especially when researchers seek answers to questions about change, because cross-sectional research, see, if you see cross-sectional research which you have seen here, it gives you data only about a specific moment. So what was that before, what was the thing before the moment, and what will was the thing after the moment, that you will not get data. So only one specific moment data you will get. So hence change, what has happened over a period of time, cannot be understood through cross-sectional research. The same thing, that is change, can be studied through longitudinal research here. So hence it is considered to be more powerful, especially when the researchers are seeking answers to questions about changes that have happened. There are three types of longitudinal research. The first one is the time series, the second one is a panel, and third one is the cohort. The first one of these type is the time series research. You have already studied time series in statistics and quantitative techniques. In this, it is similar to that. In this, same type of information is collected from a group of people or other units across multiple time periods. We have seen such kind of things in time series problems in statistics, where the sales of televisions, sale of radio, or maybe the population change was studied over different years, 1991, 1992, or 1993, 1994. So when this kind of study is done over a period of time, it is longitudinal research. And this type of study, when we are taking your time at as in on x-axis, and over a period of time we are trying to find out, or we are collecting data from a group of people or other units across multiple time periods. This type of research is known as time series research. Researchers can observe stability or changes in features of the units, or can track conditions over time. So changes can very easily be identified. What is the difference in sales of television units between 1991 and 1995? Very easily you can identify that with your data. The second type of research that researchers normally do under longitudinal research is the panel study. In panel study, the researcher observes exactly the same people, group or organization across time periods. It is difficult to carry out such a kind of a study. So what happens in panel study is a researcher selects a certain people, a group of people, who he observes and collects data from them. How are they behaving? What are they purchasing? So this kind of things can be this type of data can be collected from them, but the data is collected from the same people over a period of time. So these people form the panel from whom the data is collected. But the problem is it is difficult to carry out such a study, because many times what happens is, if people know that they are being observed for collection of data, they might behave differently, and there are many other things which we'll see in the limitations of market research. So basically it is difficult to carry out such a study, but these type of studies have seen success in certain type of studies. The third type of analysis under longitudinal research is the cohort analysis. Cohort analysis, if we see, it is similar to the panel study, but rather than observing the exact same people, researcher collects information from people who have same nature, same characteristics, etc. Basically, in statistics, cohort is a group of people who have similar experiences in life. Generally, these people are born in the same timeline, maybe in the 90s, maybe in the 2000s, maybe 2010s. So these people have similar kind of lifestyle, similar kind of experiences. So that is this group is known as cohort, and especially in the same geographical area. So this cohort is observed. So in cohort analysis and panel study, The main difference is that in panel study, exactly same number of same people or group or organizations are studied or observed from whom data is collected, whereas in cohort the people may be different, but essentially they should be from the same cohort. That is, they should have same nature, similar type of nature, and they should have similar kind of experiences, and also they should share similar characteristics. So to wrap up today's lecture, but in today's lecture we have seen that how classification of research happens based upon the time frame. So based upon the time frame or how we treat time, research can be classified into either cross-sectional research or longitudinal research. In cross-sectional research, the data that is collected and analyzed by the researcher is done over a specific time period, or over specific time, at a specific time only, or at the specific moment only the data is collected. Hence changes in what is happening over a period of time, that cannot be studied in cross sectional research. Whereas the second type of research is the longitudinal research, where over a period of time what the data is collected from various units. So what happens in this is, what is the change in uh, certain variables, that we can understand through longitudinal research. Under longitudinal research we have three main types, that is time series research, panel study, and cohort analysis. Time series research is a research where units or variables, their data is collected over a period of time at different at a specific your time units. So like for example, 1990, what is the sales of television? 1991, what is the sales of television? 1992, what is the sales of television? And so on. So this type of data collection when happens, and we do an analysis, this is a time series research. The next type is panel study. Under panel study, a panel of consumers or people is done, and whose behavior, whose buying habits, these kind of things are studied. The main thing in this is the same group or same people, same units, same respondents are studied, and their data only is collected over a period of time. The third type is cohort analysis. In this, one cohort is selected, and the data is collected from that cohort only. The cohort are people who share similar experiences in life. Hence, it is similar to panel study. Only one difference is the same exact people are not taken, but similar type of people who share similar experiences and have the same nature. So this type of people are selected in cohort analysis. I hope you have understood today's lecture. If there are any difficulties, you can call me.